I have worked in like the wedding space. For some time of my life, I was a wedding makeup artist. For some reason, when you book things and it's part of a wedding, a lot of the time it becomes more expensive, right? So you're getting your wedding makeup done. It's more expensive than you just going out on a Friday night. But there's a difference, right, between upcharging just a little bit and then going crazy stupid, like don't take advantage, you know? So I saw on TikTok this, it was in response to this video, and I thought this was actually insane crazy. I want to preface this. Preface. Listen, I'm not a professional photographer. I don't know anything about photography. I hardly know how to use the cameras that I use to film my content. I turn them on, make sure they're recording, and you know what? Sometimes I don't even do that. But I think we all know when something is, how do I say this? Terrible. It's like a group decision. So let me show you this, right? This is from the user trip.photo. When someone inquires for a wedding When someone inquires for wedding photography, I don't think that. It should be when someone puts in a requiree for wedding photography with a 2K budget, and I send back my starting price of $8,500. That's Sorry, I keep trying to get that lighting right. Is this nicer? No, I look like a corpse. I guess that's fine. That's fine. Stop it. No one cares about lighting. So she knows it's a little bit crazy, right? She knows it's intense. $8,500 for photography services. Now, if this was one of the best photographers in the world ever, perhaps they shoot the royal family, perhaps they shoot celebrities out in Los Angeles, but they do something really, really, what's the word? Incredible. Then you're paying for the name, you're paying for the experience, right? I get it. This isn't somebody who is in that position though, right? Fair enough. I very firmly believe you don't have to be professionally trained in something to be an expert at it later down the road in life. If you have all the knowledge, if you have all the stuff, and it's not gonna hurt anyone, then good. Photography doesn't hurt anyone. Well, $8,500. Okay. So it makes you interested to see what costs $8,500. Why would you pay that much? Surely this must be some incredibly complex, nothing you've ever seen before kind of work, right? Okay, well let's take a look at the website, okay? This is Trip Photography Charlotte NC Wedding, I don't know, capturing love and life, sentiment and inspiring storytelling. I think that's really beautiful, really nice. There's some wedding pictures up the top here. Love the first one, love the second one, love the third one. It gives, a party in the 70s, right? Meet Katie, who's a photographer. I'm Katie, your photographer for life. Born and raised in Southern California, and now hopping, dyslexia, back and forth between San Diego and North Carolina. Originally inspired to start my photography business by motherhood, my goal was to capture your life's biggest moments as authentically as possible, a fine art take on photojournalism. Sounds beautiful. That sounds great. My style is flirty. Okay. So how can how can your style be flirty? How can that be? People always say that. I'm like, how is it flirty? Timeless and genuine, as opposed to not genuine. My photography is fake. I focus on forming true relationships with my clients. Great. So they can let their personality shine. That's beautiful. That's really nice, actually. It is more than just a photo shoot for me. It's about creating a positive experience for my clients. I'm not just focused on capturing a pretty picture. I'm capturing those authentic, real moments that are as unique and personal as my clients. If you think we sound like a good match, I'd love to chat. Beautiful. Really, really great. I would be interested. I love that as a personal, it's nice. If you're doing a wedding, it's nice to get to know the bride and groom a little bit, especially with a photographer. Perhaps you're catching moments because the groom's so hilarious in life, or, that kind of thing. It's nice. Okay, this is where we get to the gallery, right? This is the first picture. What's that? That's a doorstop on the floor, by the way, not a piece of poo. I don't know, I thought it was a bit of poo, but we have the first picture. Does anyone remember back in the old days of Instagram, the app Hipstermatic, and it was a camera app where you had different filters, basic as fuck filters. Anyone just put any filter on any picture and uploaded it. This is the kind of vibe I'm getting from these pictures. This is a cute concept, right? Listen, I'm an artsy person. I did art in school. I can have an opinion on things. This is a kind of picture where I'd be like, yeah, you know what? That is kind of cute, included in my pictures. It is a blurry picture of a bouquet and the bride's shoes. I'm assuming it's a bride. You'll see throughout this that her style, remember how much we're paying for this? 8.5 thousand? Almost 9 grand. So here's a picture that looks fine. Okay, so when I'm doing someone's makeup, let me get a brush. Here's one thing I always hated about doing wedding makeup is you'd be just trying to do a bride's makeup and then, okay, I'm the makeup artist and my bride's here. And then a photographer would come over and they wouldn't even have to say anything, but you knew what you had to do was pause, pretend you're doing their makeup, smile a little bit, pretend you're doing their makeup, like kiss. Because they're trying to capture like moments. The bride's getting ready. She's looking in the mirror and all her friends are smiling at her, behind her, and stuff like that. So there are moments you capture, right? That are meant to be like, oh, the bride's so happy she's getting married. And usually, it's quite sexist, really. The groomsmen are, doing up their ties and laughing at their socks and things like that. This picture is like, he's doing up his shoes. It's fine. It's not, I don't feel like it's the moment you capture for a groom. Usually they're putting in their, what's it called? Pocket flowers, Or their dad's doing their tie for them, or their best man's doing their tie for them, or their mum is doing their tie for them, or their dog is doing their tie for them. It's a moment you're meant to capture family connections and stuff. And you can do other pictures like this too, but the groom, I'm assuming, doing up his shoe, putting his shoe on. Like, imagine flipping through the album one day. Oh, there you go, you're putting on your shoe. That's a nice moment. Why didn't you have your dad put your shoe on? Or your mum put your shoe on. This is really cute. This is really, really nice. It's a bit of a venue where the people have chosen to get married, obviously. Great wedding dress. I love that. I love that idea. I think this is really nice. I think it could have been stylized a little bit more. Perhaps some editing afterwards. Otherwise, it does just look like she's standing in the garden. A nice garden at that. Okay, this is nice. I think it's bride and groom. I'm assuming it's a bride and groom. And I don't want to put faces in because it's someone's wedding and I don't want to bash on someone's wedding because all of them look amazing. But this is Blurry. This is one of those blurry ones. I quite like this moment, Blurry. Is it anything special? Could this just be a pitch from anyone's camera that they then blurred slightly? Yes. It looks like a picture taken by accident. 8,000. I would actually be really pissed if I was a bride. But, you're meant to capture the best bits. If I saw that picture, I'd be like, oh, my hair looks crap. Nice. This is nice. What a moment. Touching skin, well not, but clothes, the bouquet, the groom's, what's this called? This 8 grand. The bottom of the bride's flat shoes that are scuffed up. You can see the brand. There is a photo opportunity at every wedding where it's the bride changing into her flat shoes or maybe taking off a part of her dress or she's got trainers under her dress and it's like, ooh, she's so normal. It's like that kind of moment which you capture, but not the bottom of somebody's scuffed up shoes to put on your wedding album. Like, I just think, imagine you're going through these in 20 years' time with your children and you're like, yeah, that was the bottom of my shoes. Yeah, I got them from whatever that says, yeah. I remember holding them, actually. Nice. So nice. So beautiful. That's lovely. No. I mean, what about this is, what are we looking at here? A shell? Oh, that's a bag. But still, like this, you would spend so much money on all your accessories, all this kind of stuff. These blurry pictures, you know what? You know where these blurry kind of pictures belong? Bathrooms, in the toilet. You don't have time to look at them completely, but you want something to look at nice while you're having a poo. Beautiful, nice, friend helping out, maid of honor stepping in. That's another good picture opportunity. Beautiful. Nice. But here's the deal, right? Although it's nice to have wedding pictures like really raw, and in the moment, it is nice to kind of stage them just ever so slightly. Be like, oh, would you mind doing what you're doing with both hands? So your arm isn't awkwardly out like this, because that's not a moment, that's an incident. Okay, listen, she wasn't even joking about the price. A romantic take on fine art, wedding photography, focused on capturing the raw beauty of the day as authentically as possible on both 35mm film and digital. Wedding starts at $8,500. Elopements start at $4,500. Engagements start at $1,200. That should be your wedding price. Maternity, $850. Fresh. Oh, the baby's been fresh for 48 hours. So $1,500. See, now I feel like that would be more challenging. Lifestyle newborn, $1,200. Top comment on this with 6,531 likes and 90 replies. A top wedding photographer here only costs about £2,000. Our price is just overly rampant there in the US. That's not the case. So if the average wedding costs $30,000, you're telling me that you are worth 28% of my budget. Wedding culture is wild to me. Wedding culture is wild. It is wild because you say something's for a wedding, knock up that price. Oh, looking at your gallery, I assume people thought you forgot a decimal and you actually meant $85. No, that's nasty.
I'm sorry, but why would you ever pay a professional wedding photographer to give you in-focused photos? There's literally autofocus these days. Anyone can do that. That's why I only deliver blurry wedding photos. It's art. Let me show you. So here's an example of what your gallery could look like. All blurry, never in focused, because like who needs to read the invites anyways? Every photo will be blurry. Whether it's your detail, your tablescape, or you, like who wants in focus photos?
So I think she was kind of being satire here, but it didn't really work in her favor because the blurry pictures aren't the best. Okay, and then she posted another thing, right? Okay, this is too far. Imagine sending me death threats because you don't like my photos, but I'm just over here busy working with my favorite little assistants. That's whatever. At the end of the day, saying you don't like my photos or won't pay my price isn't inherently offensive. Agreed. We all have different style preferences. Agreed. Values and priorities. Agreed. Harassing my pages, saying I deserve to be killed, that's too far. Hating on my looks, that's also too far. My voice, also too far. My children, why would you hate on someone's children because they take terrible pictures? Why is that a thing? What the fuck is wrong with people? Fake reviews, inquiries, preaching community over competition on your photo page, and then spam commenting hate. Grown adults, parents participating in online bullying. Doing those things says more about you than me. Hurt people try and hurt people. I actually don't believe that hurt people try and hurt people. I think some people can just be fucking assholes. Full stop. Imagine sending me death threats because you don't like my photos, which is wild. But I'm just over here, busy working my favorite little assistants. I think I would rather receive the death threats than have children working around me. But that's, different people, different times. What was I gonna say? I do think it's this whole situation is a bit crazy. I have worked alongside incredible wedding photographers who are renowned in the country or weddings, wedding season, who charge less than that and are very sought after and amazing. I would love a price point breakdown. Film, timing, all this kind of stuff. Because $8,000, you are making like almost half what some people make a year for one job. So how much is your time worth? How much is your materials? Your travel, I get that. Maybe a little bit of electricity because you have to charge your phone. Your phone? Well, maybe it is a phone. Her film, her camera. But I would love a breakdown of why £8,000 is worth it. Because we can all have confidence and say we're good at something. I might be like, I'm so good at doing makeup. I will do your makeup. But it is going to cost you £10,000 because I know my worth. Let me tell you something, right? As a professional makeup artist, who has to physically use my kit, carry my kit around, which is back-breaking work, travel to venues, travel to weddings, sometimes stay there the whole day, sometimes get my kit ready before, sanitize all my products, perhaps even buy new products. I would never charge near £8,000. Oh, and let's add this. With an online presence, with stretching over all my social media profiles, millions of followers, nearly almost around 4 million stretched across all my things. I could up price like crazy for that. My experience, 18 years in the industry, all the things I've done in my past, all my actual experience from being a professional makeup artist, I could charge so much if we're going off I know my worth. You know what I mean? But that's fucking stupid, because I like to break it down by what I'm actually doing. How much do I need to charge for the kit, my travel, my time? I will do it authentically and real. I don't just guess a price. But let's see the breakdown. Let's see the breakdown and maybe I'll change my mind. Well, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you been married? Did you pay too much for your photographer? Are you a wedding photographer? Or perhaps you can give me some kind of reason why this will cost so much. Let me know down below. I will see you in the next one. Bye.